flash, cause my diamond shine. Made 10 racks and I spent it a day. My she bad, yeah, she from Dubai. If you ain't gon' support me, then my face. It's hard to survive when people just lie. She with me cause I'ma make it. You gotta remember that I was behind. I stood on my grind, I knew I would make it. Thought we were forever, but you know you're clever, so you would do like just lie in my face. Never say never, but my heart is severed. I don't think I ever want to see you again. I gave you trust and you gave me lust. I guess I deserve it for f***ing a friend.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Sketchmas channel on YouTube. In today's video, I'll be showing how you can edit a Fortnite highlights video in Davinci Resolve 17. And let's get right into it. Since my last tutorial, you should have already done the intro part. If you don't know how to do that, I'll link it top right of the video. Now what you want to do is import some clips. When you drag it in, make sure that it doesn't overlap your audio, and I always like to delete audio. And before I go any further, you do need Sapphire plugins for this to work. Now that I got that out of the way, as a second link in the description, if you need a tutorial on how to do that, just look one up. So also just make your audio on where the beat drop is, because it really does help out a lot. And then I'll go to where I hit the person and see the shield crack. I'll just mark that. Now since these two marks will match up, you can just drag it over top and then expand this. I like to do transitions or a fade out of 5, do that, 5. In my next tutorial, I'll show how you can do blur mode curves. I'm gonna put the mark there. Now what you need to do is add the special effects, and I like to go into the keyframe where damage indicator pops up, and that should be on the mark you already put there, which does make this whole process a lot easier. Now that you're in Fusion, watch this video in the top right. It explains how you can do a simpler glow, but it's not nearly as good. If you don't know how to get up to here, just press Shift Space, type in S_glow. It's already white, so what I like to do is turn it to purple and just crank this up to around 3.7, and then you're going to keyframe all of this, brightness to threshold, go back 2 frames, keyframe it all again, drag the brightness down to 0, go to the end of the clip, exactly, keyframe it all again, and drag the brightness down to 0. Now, should have your effect, and I'll show you this right now.
Me cause I'ma make it. You gotta remember that I was behind. I stood on my grind, I knew I would make it. Thought we were forever, but you know you're clever, so you...
It's just a really clean glow. You could obviously change the glow size or brightness size to whatever you like. Okay, so what you can do here is I will leave a link to the download for the shockwave effect. Now, what I do before even doing anything else is just change the clip speed and just crank it up to 200 just so it's faster. Now what you may notice is when it goes over it, it turns black. So this is a simple fix. If you've ever edited overlays before, you do know how to do this. Just go to composite mode, add, simple as that.
I don't think I ever want to see you again. I gave you trust and you gave me love.
Okay, so now for the part on how to change the color of this. So be sure to click on the shockwave effect, go to Fusion, click on the first media in one, shift space, and just type in CC. It should bring up color corrector, and then what you do, change it to whatever color you like. Since I did the glow effect of pink, I'm going to keep it like that.
Ever, but my heart is severed. I don't think I ever want to see you again. I gave you trust and you gave me.
Okay, so another thing to make it better is come back to Fusion. Be sure you're on this frame. And what you can do is also add another S_glow effect and just change it to the same pink and just crank the brightness all the way up to 5, and that should be it. And it has a glow effect, and it should look like this.
Ever, but my heart is severed. I don't think I ever want to see you again. I gave you trust and you gave me lust. I guess I...
So what you can do is actually zoom in here, right? You can always keyframe this, bring it to 0, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 frames, and keyframe this to 100. Oh, another keyframe back, keyframe that is 100.
Trust and you gave me lust, I guess I deserve it for f***ing a friend. I can heart is severed, I don't think I ever want to see you again. I gave you trust and you gave me lust, I guess I deserve it for f***ing a friend. Again, I gave you trust and you gave me lust, I
Anyways, this is what it should look after you do this shockwave effect.
you would do it like just lie in my face. Never say never, but my heart is severed. I don't think I ever want to see you again. I gave you trust and you gave me lust, I guess I just.
And that's the end of the video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and if you learned how to edit a Fortnite highlights video in DaVinci Resolve 17. That's it for me. I'll see you tomorrow.